rise up. So, imagine I'm sat on your couch if you're at home right now, or in your office if you're doing the office thing right now. Yet you're watching me on a video. Sat in a park. I got news for you. I could be sat in your office or on your couch right now. I made a video about this about 6 months ago. Oculus Prime and hologram technology. And yesterday I saw a couple of these coming to fruition. This stuff exists. People can hologram themselves into your living room right now, so they appear real. You can put the goggles on. You can put the goggles on and sit here where I am right now. I'm losing my voice here. Excuse me. Sit where I am right now and look round as I am looking round and see what I can see. The technology is there. So what does that mean? It means jobs are fucked. They're done. They're over. They've been over since last century. Is this just me having a rant? No. This is pretty much every economist in the world. This is pretty much every marketing professor in the world. This is pretty much anyone that teaches business. They are over. Because we're all being replaced by tech. I put a post up. What job couldn't be replaced by tech? And the first thing that came was mine. Krav Maga instructor. No, I'm the first fucking guy to go. Why? I don't need to be in a studio. I could teach you and a friend in your living room in Australia while I'm sat right here in Brooklyn. Because you could see me in your living room and I could see everything you're doing. So unless we adapt, we're fucked. So, the point I'm making here is, we don't want to accept it because we're brought up of a certain generation to told, go to school, get good grades, get a proper job, work for 40 years, 40 hours a week for 40 years, get a good pension, you're set for life. A, your fucking life is more than half over, and B, it doesn't work anymore. It worked in 1950. I didn't have a phone like this in 1950 because I wasn't there. And the tech didn't exist. But the tech is changing so fast that your job is fucking defunct. Just wake up to it. It doesn't work. So when we think we've got a safe, secure job, I'm sorry. You have a boss that one day the books don't work and you're the first to fucking go. So, why am I on a rant about this? Because now and again I have to deal with shit from people that haven't woke up to it. So here's your reality. If you work in government, there's a guy that runs the government. President, Prime Minister, whoever. And he has a board. And they have other people. And they have more other people. And blah, 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 blah. If you've got a company, you've got a CEO or a chairman or possibly the same person. Then you've got a bunch of presidents, then vice presidents, then senior management, middle management. And thousands of fucking workers. The first people to go with tech are the workers, not the decision makers. I've got news for you, two things. Number one, you're in a fucking pyramid scheme, get over it. Yes, the people that question anything I do along the lines of networking, oh, do you do the pyramid schemes? No, you're fucking in one, you moron. But you refuse to accept it because you're basing things on ancient fucking teachings. It doesn't work. You've got a boss, he's got a boss, she's got a boss. You're in a fucking pyramid scheme. Get over it. So the next reality is this. The median income is going down. College graduates are making less and less money. The system isn't broke, the system changed, and some people won't accept the change. The reality is this: 70% of people would rather work for themselves than have a boss. I mean, in reality, we all have a boss. I'm my own boss. I don't answer to anyone. I'm my own boss. We all have a boss. Which means, you know, sometimes I gotta get up and make videos. If I don't make a video, I'm not answering to anyone. It's up to me. So it's not for everyone. The challenge with working for yourself is people think it's risky. It is, based upon what you do. If you're investing huge amounts of money in a fucking donut store, fast food place, you're essentially buying yourself a job. If you're investing a bunch of money in a vehicle to run an Uber thing, you're essentially buying yourself a job. Which is fine if that's what you want to do. Personally, I'd rather not fucking work. I'd rather walk around parks and sit on a beach and do all that stuff. So, you know, I mentioned Uber there. There's a couple of companies there that started up with literally with nothing. Google's another one. You're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. They're others. They start up with nothing because we're in an internet society. Get over it. You don't need to go to work and sit behind a fucking desk all day. Why the fuck are people even in traffic? Wake up. Now, if you're... Funny, actually, Gary Vaynerchuk did this yesterday. But if you're over 40 or over 30, you won't get this because you didn't grow up with Snapchat, Instagram. What's the other one? Skype. The people that grew up with that understand the power of networking. I had this row a few years ago in a networking type business, which eventually got me thrown out. Because it was all about pestering your fucking friends and family. Be the most annoying man in the room. Organise these events. Get 50 people together. Rah, 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 rah. Oh, fuck off. I can hit a button and be in front of 100,000 people. The fuck do I want to do all that for? Let them come to me. I don't want to be pestering anyone. Business these days is so fucking easy because essentially most of it is free. You're not paying for Facebook, and contrary to these stupid hoaxes, you're not going to be. It's essentially free. You can go on GoDaddy right now and buy a website for about $3. I bought loads of them. Don't ask me why. If I have a good idea, the first thing I do is lock a name down by getting the website. That's more important than anything else. So, here's a question for yourself. If you're sort of 30, 40, and are done with it, I recommend reading the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, to wake up to this stuff. But if you're done with it, or if you need to plan a retirement, or you need to do something, I don't have all the answers. Not at all. But I've been preaching the same stuff for the last fucking 15 years. And for 14 and a half of them, people thought I was just some fucking whack job. I really don't care what people think. I couldn't give a fuck. It's me that's walking around in the park in the morning, not sat behind a desk. That's not being me being arrogant. It's me saying I fucking woke up to this shit. So, my suggestion is pay no attention whatsoever to anything I've got to say to you. Speak to the experts. Speak to these economists. Speak to these professors. You might not be able to do it one-on-one. You might be able to if you reach out. My advice, go on YouTube. Look at something called Rise of the Entrepreneur. Wake the fuck up.